Have you ever looked back at a whole month and realized you can't really remember what happened? Not because something bad happened, but because you were so busy. You woke up, worked, scrolled your phone, ate, slept, and then another month was gone. It's scary, right? You were alive, but maybe not really living. Hi, my dear friend. I'm here, and today we're going to talk about something soft but powerful. How not to waste your life. And don't worry, this is not a sad talk. It's a gentle reminder. If you stay with me until the end, you'll not only learn easy English, but you'll also learn how to live more awake, peaceful, and present. So let's start with a simple question. Am I really living my life or just passing through it? You see, we often think wasting life means doing something big, like making a huge mistake. But most of the time, we waste our life quietly, when we live on autopilot, when we're too distracted, when we say, maybe later, again and again. We don't waste life in loud ways, we waste it in small, normal moments. When we check our phones too long, when we say yes to things we don't like, when we're too tired to care about what really matters. The truth is, time is not unlimited. That's not to make you scared. It's to help you see clearly. Because when you know your time is precious, you start using it with care. Let's take a quiet pause right now. Close your eyes for a moment, or just breathe with me. Think about your past week. What gave you energy? What made you smile? And what just made you feel tired? This is where it starts, with small reflection. Not every day has to be special, but when you notice your life, even a simple day becomes meaningful. Now, let's talk about that dangerous word, someday. Someday, I'll start exercising. Someday, I'll write that book. Someday, I'll travel. Someday, I'll take care of myself. But here's the problem, is someday is not a real day. It's not on the calendar. Life doesn't wait for us to feel ready. We tell ourselves, I'll do it when things calm down, when I have more time, when I feel more confident. But life is never that simple. There's always one more reason to wait. And while we wait, days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into years. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just afraid. Afraid of starting. Afraid of failing. Afraid that you won't be good enough. But here's the secret. You don't feel ready first, you start first. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after you begin. Let me tell you a short story. There was once a man who always wanted to learn to play the piano. He said, I love music, but I'm too old. It'll take 5 years. His friend asked, and how old will you be in 5 years if you don't start? He laughed and started that same week. 5 years later, he wasn't perfect, but he could play beautiful songs. He was alive again. That story stays with me. Because the question isn't, how long will it take? It's, will it be worth it? And the answer, most of the time, is yes. Sometimes we live busy lives, full of work, messages, and noise, and we think that means we're doing well. But being busy is not the same as being alive. You can work all day, run from task to task, and still feel empty at night. You can move fast and still go in circles. We say, I'm busy like it's a good thing. But sometimes busy just means we're avoiding something deeper, something quiet inside us that needs attention. Stillness can be scary, yes, because when we stop, we start to feel. But that's where truth begins. You are not a machine. You were not made to rush all the time. You were made to feel, to connect, to live slowly and deeply. So please remember this. Rest doesn't mean lazy. Slow doesn't mean stuck. It means you're choosing to live with intention. Let's take wisdom from nature. A tree doesn't hurry to grow. It doesn't panic when seasons change. It grows slowly, deeply, quietly, and still becomes strong. You're the same. You don't have to rush to live meaningfully. You just have to be awake, to see, to listen, to care. There's a story about Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. Every morning, he looked in the mirror and asked, "If today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do?" And whenever the answer was no for too many days, he changed something. It sounds heavy, but it's actually full of life. Because when you ask that question, you stop living on autopilot. You stop doing things just because you always have. You start making choices that feel alive. Try it with me. If today were your last day, would you want to live it the same way? Would you still scroll your phone for hours? Would you still go to that boring meeting? Or would you say something kind? Would you forgive someone? Would you laugh more? Would you spend time with the people you love? You don't need to change everything at once. Just start small. Maybe take a walk. Write one true sentence in your notebook. Text someone you miss. Cook something nice for yourself. Or simply take a moment to breathe and be grateful for this exact day. Because this, right here, right now, is your life. We often think living fully means doing something big, traveling, creating, achieving. But truly living happens in small moments, in how you wake up, in what you choose to notice, in how you talk to yourself. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Start small, start with heart. And remember, you are not too late. You are right on time to live your life fully, honestly, and with love. Take a deep breath with me. Put your hand on your chest. Say softly, "This is my life. I will not sleep through it." You don't have to rush. You don't have to impress anyone. You just have to be here, alive, aware, and open. You are enough. You are capable. And you are right on time to begin again. Thank you for listening today. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, learning English is not just about words. It's about living your life with meaning in every language. Thank you so much for joining me today on Daily English Listening Stories. If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more simple and fun English lessons. I'll see you next time, my friend. Until then, stay gentle, stay awake, and don't waste your beautiful life.